Hey everyone, today we're creating something simple yet full of heart. 2 adorable hearts holding hands. With just 6 colours and a little love, you'll see how easy it is to bring this sweet scene to life in Procreate. To make it even easier, I've provided a free sketch and colour palette for you to download. Check the link in the description. I'll also list the brushes I'm using to supercharge my illustration process, but feel free to use whatever you have. Grab your iPad, open up and let's get started. We'll start by setting up our canvas with these dimensions and colour profile. I already have my sketch in Procreate, so let's just select each layer and multiply and take it down to about 40 or 50%. Do the same for each layer. Close this. Now let's create 2 new layers. Group these. Rename BG for background. Close this. Let's just pop the sketch on top. Let's go in here and just turn the text and the sketch off in here. Close this. Select the bottom layer. We'll go to the palettes and use this light color here. For this job, we're going to use the rough filler at about size 42, and thereabouts is fine. So just make sure you've got that bottom layer selected in the background group. And we're just going to create an outline of the background shape. Now let's turn this layer off. So what we can do now is just grab the colour and fill it in like so. And if there are any kind of bits that haven't been filled in, you can just sort of quickly go in and fill those in like so. So I just wanted to show you the effect that we have on the border here. It's a really kind of nice textured effect throughout, and we get that result quite quickly with just using the right tools. Let's go in and close this group, create 2 new layers, select both, group, rename hearts. Select the bottom layer. For this job, we're going to use the sleek marker at size 8. The colour we will use is this blue here. Let's go into our sketch and turn the sketch layer on, and we're just going to create an outline of this heart on the left. And now let's fill that in with colour. Let's select the end here and select multiply. Now select the top layer here. We'll use the same brush. We'll change the colour to this pink red and create an outline for this heart. And let's fill this in with colour. We go to the end and change it to multiply. Let's now close this. We can turn the sketch off here, create 5 new layers. Let's select all, group, let's call this love For the next job, we're going to use the wet and dry brush at around 36%. We're going to choose this yellow here. Select the bottom layer here. And now let's turn the text layer on. So we're just going to create this stroke by starting here and going down like so. Now let's select the next layer here. We'll change this to multiply. We'll continue using the same brush and the same color, and we'll continue with this L like so. Select this layer here, multiply. We'll use the blue color here, and let's do the O. Next, let's select this layer here, multiply. We'll use the pink and do the V. Now let's select the top layer here. We'll use this aqua color here. Multiply. I'll just make sure I've got that text layer turned on. And let's do the E. Let's just turn this layer off and have a look at this lovely text we have here now with those overlapping colors, and we can see the new colors have formed because we've used the blending mode, the multiply blending mode, and we've got this really lovely texture in this lettering as well. For the next job, we'll use the gritty crayon at size 5. The color will be this grey here. Let's close this group. Let's turn this sketch on. Go to the hearts group, select this layer, create a new layer on top, and we'll just add some facial features to the 2 hearts. And before we do, let's just change that to multiply. We'll also create an outline of the flower. Let's quickly turn this sketch off. For this next job, we'll use the Buzz shader at around size 90 or thereabouts. The color we will use is this blue color here. Select this layer here, create a new layer on top, multiply, and we're going to add this detail here, this really cool detail that will kind of span into the top here. And let's do the same for the pink or red heart. So create a new layer on top, multiply, select this color here, and let's do the same here. I'm just quickly going to erase this here, and just some of this splatter on the face as well, just here and there, and we'll do the same with the blue, just erase a little bit of it on the face so we can see the facial features. And I might just go back to the red one and just erase it a little bit more like so. Let's now close this, select this layer, create 2 new layers, select both, group, rename select the bottom layer. For this job, we're going to use the Mighty pencil at size 14. We'll use this grey colour here. Let's go to the sketch layer and turn on text. And we're just going to add this text and this text in here. Let's just turn this to multiply. Let's close this, create a new layer on top. For this job, we'll use the noise brush at 100%. We're going to add this noise to the entire image like so. Now let's go to the layer. Let's select add. And I'll take it down to about 25 or so %. I'll just show you what this does. So this basically creates this nice kind of textured fill on the coloured bits. So we can't really see it on the white here, but if you zoom in on the coloured bits, you can see this gorgeous subtle texture. Even on the background here. Next, we'll use the aerosol spray at around 57%. That is fine. We'll open up the background group, select this layer. Actually, before we do, we might just pop this layer on top here. Select the bottom layer. We'll continue using the grey. And we'll just add this texture to this area here, like so. So it basically covers that white area here. Let's now select the N and select luminosity at about 50 or so %. We will grab the eraser tool. And before we do, I'll just show you. So this has created this really nice kind of gorgeous texture in that background shape. But I'm just taking the eraser tool just to quickly erase roughly that texture from the coloured bits, because we had already applied a different texture to it. So this is rough, and you can go over the lettering too and erase that texture from the lettering, like so. For the next job, we're going to use the blotch tool at size 13. We'll select this pink red colour. We'll go in and select this layer here, create a new layer on top, and we're going to select multiply and take it down to about 30 or so %. And we're just going to create this really nice effect by adding this texture on this background pink shape here, like so. Now we've created this really nice kind of rustic retro feel by adding these textures here and the other finer textures to the background shape and to the coloured areas as well. So just zoom in so you can have a look, see this gorgeous texture. So we're getting these effects done really quickly by using the right tools and the right shortcuts. For the next job, we're going to use the dry brush. Let's try it at around 5%. We'll use the yellow. Let's close this group. Open up this group here. So let's select this group here, create a new layer on top. Select multiply. And we're just going to add a little bit of colour to under the flower here. the same brush, I'm just going to select the blue here and go like that, and I'm just going to add a bangle. Now for the final touch, we're going to use the dry brush. Just increase the size to around 12% or so. Let's close this group, open this group up, select this layer, create a new layer on top. We'll use this red pink color here, and we're just going to add a few accents at the top here and at the bottom to this background shape. And just a little dot here like so. And there you have it, 2 hearts connected in the simplest, sweetest way. I hope you had fun following along. Now let's just have a look at the detail in the illustration. So I like to turn all of the toolbars off, and to do this you just tap your 4 fingers on the screen at the one time, just so we can see the illustration without the interruption of the toolbars. So let's just have a look at the final result. So we've got some clever use of color where we've used the blending modes, and you can see the colors form new colors as they overlap. We've got this beautiful use of texture throughout the illustration. We've got this gorgeous texture in the background. It's happening really on a subtle level in that white area here, also on the colored bits. We've got this beautifully textured line work just to accentuate that background shape here. Even in the line work here, we've got this gorgeous texture coming through, as well as the text. So there you have it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, gained any value from it, can I ask a small favor? Please like, subscribe and or comment. This will enable me to create even more content for you. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next tutorial.